Hey everybody, how are you today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. It is a very cloudy day here, but it's not too cold. It's about 39 degrees, and I ran out to the mailbox to mail my mother's birthday card. Her birthday is on March 9th. I think she's going to be about 84 years old. She's my stepmother, but she raised me. So, anyhow, as you know, everybody is struggling these days with food prices. And as of this month, unfortunately, the extra $95 that the government was giving us because of the pandemic will end. We will no longer get that extra $95 a month. And it is going to be a tragedy for many, many families across America because even though the pandemic has supposedly ended, the inflation has not. And the food prices have not gone down enough for people to afford food. So this is going to be a real um a real problem for a lot of families. Now for me, it's not quite as bad, but when I was working, I was spending about $70 a week on groceries. Now with the prices gone up, I'm usually spending about $90, but I've really had to cut that down because in my state, the EBT, which is the SNAP card, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, formerly known as food stamps, and a lot of us still say food stamps because we're older. I'm 65, and that's what it was called, when we were younger. So it's $281 a month for me as a single person. And usually spending 360 a month that isn't going to work anymore. So I have decided to go back to printing out a shopping list. And this is what I've done. I print out a shopping list with everything I use, anything that I buy, that I would need, and then I put the approximate price next to it, and then I add it up so that I can stay within budget. Now, with the 281, I can't do any more than $70. Now, if I'm using Instacart, it's only 50 because they charge, even though I'm a member, you have to spend over $35 to get free delivery. So, that adds up with the Instacart stuff. So I'm really, really having to cut down, and this will help so that I can just check off what I need. And like this week should be about $53. And I'm not going to do Instacart this week. I'm actually going to get a ride from our local rural community transportation. That's their name. And they provide free rides to Medicaid people for medical appointments. I use them all the time for that. Been using them since I've been here 4.5 years, or when I don't have a car. So I don't think I'll ever get a car again. There's no way I can afford it on my own. So I use them for that. And they also can take you shopping. All right. So I've called them and asked them if somebody can help me out tomorrow because I made an appointment to have this horrible hair taken care of, and then I'll go shopping afterwards. It's in the same shopping complex, so I'm going to do that tomorrow if somebody's available. I did call kind of late, so if nobody's available, I'll have to reschedule that. But anyhow, so this is going to become a real lifesaver for me. If you are like me, you have a printer and you want to do something like this, I would recommend it because it really, really helps. And even if you just write down your list, you kind of know how much you spend on everything, when you go to the store. And so this is going to be very handy for me to stay within that 281. Um, Before I got my tax return, it was rough trying to stay within budget. I would wind up taking money out of my social security check, which isn't much. But I would wind up spending all my money on food and literally run out of money in the middle of the month. But not since my tax return because I've been using that as well, for my food. But that's not going to last forever, and so I've got to start getting better about this. So yeah, that's a great service that we have in our town. It's been a lifesaver for me. I've gotten to my doctor's appointments through RCT, and it's been a godsend. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. Now, I've already started doing my chair exercises again. Those of you who know me, was it last year? These past couple of years, I've been making videos with my chair exercises. Oh, shut up. That's my phone. It needs to be charged. So, I started doing chair exercises. Maybe about 3 years ago, I had started losing weight. I had gotten up to 270 pounds, and I'm only 5 feet. Well, actually, I'm under 5 feet. I'm like 4 foot 10 and a half, something like that. And of course, that's way too much weight. So I went on a weight loss journey, and I lost. Let's see, I lost about 30 pounds. I want to say, yeah, I lost about 50. No, I lost about 25 pounds, and I did those chair exercises every day. I was doing Slim Fast. I was doing a lot of salads, and I did really good. And I got down to like 255. And then the pandemic came, and a lot of bad things have happened, as you know, with me, or with my health, my scare with colon cancer, and now my scare with the thyroid cancer, and which I don't have, but it's this nodule has to come out because of all the swelling that it's causing, and my voice and all that. So, I just got pretty much down in the dumps, and I ate a lot over the holidays. I missed my trip to New York because my cousin got COVID. And so, yeah, I just ate like a pig, and I had gotten up to 290, which is really, really bad. So that's when I got serious. Actually, it was before December that I started that. I can't remember when that was. Was it October, somewhere around then, that I started really, really, really concentrating on cutting down? And I had gone from 290 down to 255. Okay. Then Christmas came, didn't make my trip, and I was so depressed that I just literally ate myself fat again. And so I started working on my weight, and I lost totally 40 pounds. Okay. So I got back down to the 255. Now, over Christmas time, I gained about 6, 7 pounds, and I've had trouble getting down from that 6, 7 pounds. Um, Last week, when I did Instacart, I ordered those ice cream sandwiches, just 12 of them, because I knew I was going to have these teeth taken out. They sent me a 24 package of ice cream. And unfortunately, Miss Gloria has no willpower when it comes to ice cream and cookies and things like that. As you can imagine, I ate those damn things in 3 days. I just can't bring them into the house. That's why I'm pudgy, because the 3 pounds that I lost the week before, I gained back 5 because I ate all of those ice cream sandwiches. I admit it, I have no willpower at all. And I had also ordered, just a 6 pack of cookies. Ate them all in one sitting. I cannot bring this stuff in the house because I have no willpower. And so now I'm working on that again. So this week I've started on the chair exercises. I'm just going to concentrate on the main things: no ice cream, no cookies, nothing. Nothing, because I do not want to gain all this weight back. I have worked so hard to get down to what I am. I was like 265, and I'm like, oh crap, that's 10 pounds up from the 255 that I was. So I'm starting to work on that. If you're interested in seeing the chair exercises, let me know and I can do a video of those, because I need to get strong again. My arms have really, really improved. I mean, yeah, you can see some here, but man, last week it was really bad. But I have some 5 pound weights there, and I do some arm exercises, and man, that really, really helps. And when I touch my arm, it is so solid. It's like I can really feel that muscle right there. It's really solid. So I'm gonna try and keep that up. So that I don't balloon any more than I have. So that's the story of my life today. I hope this list idea helps you. If you're interested in it, I just wanted to share that with you. And fighting with the government over subsidized housing, all these crazy requirements, you know, it's just crazy. I'm paying 80% of my income for rent here in this apartment. That's a lot of money. And the requirements for subsidized housing is absolutely ridiculous. It should be illegal. They ran a credit report without even telling me. I had an eviction 7 years ago. Okay. Extenuating circumstances. It wasn't because I wasn't paying my rent, it was something else. And I offered, I went to the office and I said, I can pay a partial payment now and then the rest in 2 weeks. And they said, no, we don't accept partial payments. I lost my job because I had gotten very, very sick. And instead of working with me, they evicted me, which I thought was, I had been there for a year and paid on time every month. So when that happened, I was up shit's creek. I mean, I still had a job, but what I had to do was I had to rent a room in somebody's apartment because I couldn't afford to get another apartment. So I lived with one woman for about 6 months. She was a horror. And so after that, I went to live in another woman's house in a room for another 2 years. And then after that, I found my family and I came up here. And thank God my cousin knew somebody up here. She rented an apartment in this house too. And he took a chance on me, and I've had 4.5 years of a perfect rent record. I'm 65 years old, low income, and yet, because of that one eviction with extenuating circumstances, they're telling me I'm not eligible. So, you know what I'm doing? I'm calling attorneys, I'm calling the state, I am calling everybody and saying, this is not right. All right. I could see if I had multiple evictions on my record, but it was just this one, and it was because of financial issues, right? It's just not right. And my cousins are like that too. My cousin up here, she said, that's not right. That shouldn't be legal for them to do that to you. Um, they should be basing it on your income and your rental history here. It should be that way, right? Don't you think? I mean, and from what research my cousin did, she said they can't look five years before 5 years. Usually they only go on the last 5 years. For them to go back 7 years is just wrong and it's just not right. And so that's been a fight. I've been talking with the company, and I wrote her a letter. I told her all the extenuating circumstances. And she just wrote back and said, sorry, those are the rules. If you have an eviction on your record, you're not eligible. And so the state housing authority told me, well, you have a right to appeal that. I said, I did appeal it. And they didn't care. Now, I'm not at the top of the list yet for this particular property, but I'm close. So this is why I'm working on all of this now, because it's not fair. And I will go to news stations. I will go to the newspaper, because people should not be denied housing like this when they have such low income and they're paying 80% of their income on rent. It's just wrong. So that's what I'm doing these days. I am being tough. I'm standing up for myself. I'm standing up for all seniors who need help, who need affordable living, and I'll fight the fight. I may lose in the end, but I'm going to fight the fight anyway because it's not fair. I know my landlord's going to raise the rent again next year, and then I'll really be up Shit's Creek. 950. Okay. If he raises it again, I'll have to get rid of my internet. I'll have to get rid of everything and just sit here looking at four walls all the time. I'll never get a car again. The only reason why I had those cars was because of my wonderful friend who got me the first car and she got me the second car too. So, transportationless, for the rest of my life, most likely. And it's not fair. I need to be in town where I can actually walk to the supermarket myself and get my groceries. So that's what I'm doing. It's crazy. I wasn't going to fight it. I figured, oh, well, there's nothing I can do. But my cousin is adamant. She said, you need to fight for yourself. You need to fight for everybody because that's not fair. They can't go back more than 5 years on your credit report. They shouldn't do that. They did a credit report without your acknowledgement, which is true. So here we go. Once again, I fought for my husband for 3 years. Now I'm going to fight for myself, and we'll see what happens. So that's it for today. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of the day, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Yeah, I'm mad.